So one of the things that separates boys from men is their dwelling, or where they live. And we've done a bunch of videos talking about some ways to easily elevate the aesthetic of your house, your apartment, or even your bedroom. But the one room of the house that is the last frontier in terms of men becoming men is the bathroom. Because even if your place is straight, even if you got a candle burning when she comes over, if she goes to freshen up and you live like a little boy and it is disgusting, she's gonna be turned off like a light. Today, I'm gonna help you man up your bathroom because the bathroom is the room of the house that truly separates boys from men. The first thing we're gonna talk about is actually your toilet because it's disgusting. Number one is you need to make sure that you've got extra toilet paper, all right? Because nobody wants to go drop a deuce and be like, oh crap, like literally, I don't have any toilet paper. Number two is wet wipes, all right? Wet wipes, in my opinion, are a men's essential for every bathroom. It's gonna help keep your butthole cleaner. It's also gonna be nice if somebody comes over and wants to get fresh and get sexy, right? The next thing we're gonna talk about is this bad boy, the porcelain throne. Clean. A man never has a dirty toilet. He always cleans up as soon as he's done going, all right? You gotta make sure you don't have pee around the ring because most dudes all have pee around the ring. You also need to make sure you don't have pee down on the floor because a lot of dudes dribble and have pee on the floor. The next thing is splatters, all right? Not just in the bowl, but on the underside of the toilet seat. A general rule of thumb, after you get done going to the bathroom, whether or not it's number one or number two, assess the situation and clean up after yourself. And then, check it out, ready? Boom, toilet seat down, as in down. Get into the habit now because when it's up, she's gonna get pissed. Your trash can. Now, this is something that a lot of guys neglect, a lot of boys do. Men understand the importance of not having a nasty trash can, all right? So here's the deal. It's important that you actually use a trash can liner. Do not just start throwing crap into the bottom of a trash can without a bag actually in it because it's gonna get disgusting. It's gonna get like gum and nasty hairs and funky stuff. And then once a week, make sure that you empty it. You wanna make sure you're keeping that trash can clean because it's gross to see an overflowing trash can. It also is gross to see what you threw in the trash can. Towels. Let's talk about towels. You need to change them once a week, all right? The truth is, you don't need to use a fresh towel every single time that you get a shower, but you do need to make sure that it is clean on a regular basis. I would recommend also buying a few towels. Have some extras. If you are gonna be having people over, it's a great idea to grab some extra towels, keep them under the sink or in a cabinet. It's a great way to have a fresh towel ready and also make her think you're not a savage. Men have extra towels, boys do not. In terms of colored towels, what I'd recommend is white. All right, they're clean, they're classic, they're crisp, and they are manly. All those colored towels, I know that at first, when you first get your place, you're like, ooh, I'm gonna get brown towels or gray towels or whatever. Get white, it's clean, it's classic, and it's simple. The next thing you need is a bath mat. Bath mats are something that a lot of boys don't think about. They're like, whatever, I don't need one. Yes, you do. It's good to have one when you get out of the shower so that you don't slip, but also it helps absorb moisture on your feet so that you don't track and get footprints all over your bathroom. And I'd also recommend it underneath your sink. Bath mats are just something that elevate the aesthetic and bring like texture and richness into your bathroom. A bathroom typically can be a little bit bland and blasé, but in my opinion, it is something that's gonna elevate it. Something else that will elevate it is art, all right? A lot of guys neglect hanging some type of print or art in their bathroom space. It's a great way, once again, to elevate the aesthetic and just make the room look a little bit more manly. The next thing that separates boys from men in the bathroom is a proper toothbrush. All right, now you're thinking to yourself, yo, Alpha, what's a not proper toothbrush? This is a little boy's toothbrush. It's also a disgusting man's toothbrush. Guys, here's the deal. Real talk, if you're still using a manual toothbrush, A, your breath probably stinks because your teeth aren't actually getting clean, and this thing is disgusting. Get rid of it. Instead, boom, right here. The Laifen Wave. Gentlemen, this is the best toothbrush I've ever used. And I have used a bunch of different like sonic toothbrushes. This one crushes the crap out of them. Not only is the price insane in terms of the affordability, which I'm gonna have a special Alpha M link to down below, the technology that is built into this toothbrush is next level. Laifen Wave, guys, I've been using it now for almost a year and it is the best toothbrush I've ever used. Not only is the design like just super clean and minimal, it's not like big and bulky, and that's one of the things that I love. it's super comfortable and cool to like hold. And the thing that I love so much about this toothbrush, it's so teched out, right? It's got an app that you basically can change all the different settings. You can change the speed at which it vibrates, you can change the oscillation, you can change all sorts of stuff to customize it to you. And you hear that word, oscillation, what is that? Well, basically, instead of this thing just vibrating, it actually goes back and forth. Check that out. You are never gonna find a better toothbrush on the market, and the price, like I said, the price is insane. You know how when you go to the dentist afterwards, your teeth are like, oh my gosh, they just feel cleaner, right? Same thing happens with this every single time you use it. Because of the speed, because of the oscillation, because of the technology, it cleans your teeth better. What does this mean? It means they're gonna be whiter, it means your breath isn't gonna stink, and it means it's gonna reduce the amount of like gunk and plaque that builds up on your teeth. Guys, stop using a manual toothbrush. Hit the link down below, grab the Laifen Wave. The next thing that a man has that a boy doesn't in the bathroom is a clean sink and a clean mirror. All right, you didn't think about the mirror, did you? Well, here's the deal. What happens a lot of times is when you spit after using this wave, right? It splatters. It splatters like everywhere. And you'll have like spit on the mirror, which is disgusting. And so you got to make sure you clean your mirror. You also want to make sure that your counter isn't cluttered and doesn't have a bunch of crap all over the place. One of the things that separates men from boys is a place for everything, all right? Including your drawers. You want to make sure that you have separate. Now, let me actually just show you something, all right? I'm not going to show you that one. Yeah, I'll show you that one because whatever. All right, what I did, I went to the dollar store and bought these little bins so that I can basically separate all my stuff, right? This is my allergy and nightly routine. I've got asthma and I also have allergies, so that goes in there. And then another one of my containers, I got all my skincare, I got some hair product, I got my deodorant. Another one, I got my Brio and my sea salt spray and my bigger products. You can see what I'm saying. The drawers are neat, they're tidy, and they're clean. Even if it's not like technically like super like organized, it still has a place for everything as opposed to just like thrown in and scattered. All right, something else that a man has is a towel by a sink for wiping up after you get done like spitting and like rinsing your mouth, or wiping up after you get done getting sexy. I'm kidding. Am I? Not really. Hand soap. You need hand soap next to your sink. Even if you don't use it, you need to have a container there with soap in it, because nobody wants to come over and be like, yo, I'm not an animal, I'm gonna go wash my hands, and you can't. You gotta make sure you've got some soap. Also, you know what else you need? A clean drain. All right, if it's nasty, if it's got a bunch of funky hair and crap and crusty, nasty stuff, get rid of it. Also, if you're gonna be doing your manscaping like in the shower like I do, because another thing that separates boys from men are pubes on the floor. Gentlemen, don't have pubes in the floor. And if I didn't mention it, don't have your manscaping or beard stubble in the sink or all over. All right, that is a deal breaker. It's also a huge turnoff. For me, what I like to do is actually do my beard grooming and manscaping in the shower. All right, which means I'm gonna have a little mirror to do my business. It's a lot easier to clean up, but you gotta clean up. You gotta make sure you wash everything down. You also need to make sure that the shower doesn't have a bunch of crust, grime, and mildew or soap stains all over the place. And if you're gonna be using some type of body puff or sponge, I would recommend replacing it at least once a month, because they do get nasty, and that's a place where a lot of bacteria could potentially grow. The bottom line is this: keep your shower as clean as possible and make sure that the drain doesn't have a bunch of hair, which brings me back outside to the floor. Guys, here's the deal. Nothing is a bigger turnoff and deal breaker for a woman than when she comes over to your place, she goes to the bathroom, and you can feel that there's crap or hair on your feet after you walk through. Clean your floors. How are you gonna do that? You're gonna sweep them. Bottom line. Now some of you are like, wait, sweep? Huh? What's that? How do you? Exactly. Stop it. Stop. You gotta man up, gentlemen. The fact is, your bathroom is the thing that's gonna separate you truly from the rest of the pack. A lot of guys don't pay attention to the space. They're like, whatever, right? You might pay attention to your bed and get nice sheets, or you might get a candle or two. But the bathroom, this is the thing that separates boys from men from savages. Don't be a boy or a savage, be a man.